Okay, well, first of all, Anna Louise, I want to thank you for being here today. What we're doing is we are doing a recording for the Veterans History Project, and this is a historical recording of those who have served in the U.S. military, that their information is captured of when they served, and recalling that time frame to be stored at the Library of Congress for generations to come. One of the first things is your name is Anna Louise Richard Koenning, and your nickname that you like going
Andy.
by is Andy, right? And
Yes.
you're a War II veteran.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. And for everybody that's present in the room, her daughter, Bobby Koenning, is here. Beverly Richardson, the regional director Beverly Ferguson, for the regional director for U.S. Congressman Babin, is here. Shay Copeland, the district intern for U.S. Congressman Babin, is also here. And my name is John Spike Garcia, retired Senior Master Sergeant. I am performing the interview on behalf of Congressman Babin's office here. So we are currently located in U.S. Congressman Babin's Deer Park office, Deer Park, Texas. And the purpose of this interview, as I stated, is to record the information for the Veterans History Project. So, Andy, is that what you prefer to call you? Andy, well, I appreciate you being here, and thank you for allowing us to capture your service to record for generations to come.
Well, I didn't think I was that. But Sandra.
So, let's first start off with your branch of service. You're in the Navy.
Navy.
So let's go right before when you joined the military. When do you recall that the United States was entering World War II?
I was in the working at Beach Aircraft at that time.
Okay. And what did you do with Beach Aircraft as far
I
as?
worked on turret lathe machine.
Okay, ma'am.
Made parts for the planes.
For the planes? Okay. And realized that we're entering War II. How did it come about that you joined the Navy?
I had a friend that wanted to go and check it out to see what the waves was like. And she asked me to go with her. Well, we went into the room and they asked us a bunch of questions and went through a line with hardly any clothes on, and then they gave us a test. Well, she didn't pass the test, but I did. So I went into the Navy, but she didn't.
And it was her idea.
She got me to go with her, but she didn't pass the test.
Was that a long ride back to the house?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So tell me about the waves.
The waves?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that we had boot camp in New York City, and we had different barracks and rooms, and we would march everywhere we went. And it seemed like I was helping everyone to go to eat, go to tell things about the waves. And it was me that helped them. And they wanted me to stay and New York City. I says, I don't like this weather. No. So I says, I don't want to stay here.
So it sounds like you were in a leadership role where you're helping
Yes,
guide the new recruits and
And I
basic
never
training.
had KP.
Mm.
I never had to peel potatoes, do anything. I was helping the girls.
And here, this is the photo of whenever you first got to basic training
Yeah.
in New York, correct?
Now, this is us after we got off of the bus. And
Let me pull this up.
that was, let's see if we've got another picture here of it. No, this was us back here. This was our group here.
Okay.
And I was right there on the end.
All right. So tell me, you enlisted here. Well, you're from Texas and Kansas, but you went from Corpus to. Tell me the story about the transportation going to basic training.
Basic training,
Yes, ma'am.
I was in Wichita, Kansas.
Okay, Wichita, Kansas.
And they sent me to New York City
Ah, okay.
from Kansas. And the trip back was, whew, smoke. The train, they had the windows open with the black smoke coming in. And we all had to take baths as soon as we hit Corpus Christi coming back. We came back on the train. Going, it was okay. But coming back, we had that smoke. That we went up northern route to go to New York City. But coming back, we took the southern route.
So in New York City, what experiences do you recall from that time frame?
I didn't like the weather.
I'm not sure if New Yorkers like the weather.
And it was nice. We got to go to some sites down the street. They took us all one day.
And what about basic, as far as that is your introduction to the military as far as going
Well,
through?
we marched everywhere. It was always, and I was always helping them.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it wasn't anything that, I don't know why she's got me. I really didn't do anything so outstanding, but I loved it.
Well, good, good. And then after New York, what was next?
Corpus Christi.
Corpus Christi. Remember you calling that about the train ride?
Oh, yes.
So, share, about your experiences there in Corpus.
It was real good. I had some pictures of the barracks and everything there. These are not Corpus.
Mm-hmm.
But it was real nice, except we had a hurricane while I was there, and I don't swim, and my barracks, and of course I was on the top bunk, and some of the shingles went off, and the water was coming in on me, and I was on the top bunk. Water was coming on, and it was all around our barracks. We couldn't get out, and they had to come in with boats and bring us food to eat. So, but other than that, we helped everywhere we went.
What kind of duties did you have?
I was in the supply. department. And I just,
So supplies here in that Corpus Christi area, as far as
the planes and they had the planes there too. So,
So I see on the card here that it shows the certificate of your satisfactory service. Indicates your honorable discharge. You served from May the 3rd, 1945 to July 25th, 1946.
Yeah, well,
Honorable.
yes.
Honorable service. That was your discharge, and even has your certificate number here with the right index finger. So a little bit different than how they issue them nowadays, but definitely something that is a piece of history right here, and that's remarkable. During your time frame there, was there any other duty stations outside Corpus, or was it Corpus during that time frame when you were on active duty?
Just in Corpus.
So what was the mood among, like, say, you and the others, the ladies there, as far as in Corpus, knowing that y'all were helping with the war effort?
Well, it was just on the base. It
Yes,
was
ma'am.
naval base, and we could go into town, and people were real nice to us. Then we'd go back to the base. If we made it in time to get on the bus to come back.
And they still fly. The Navy still flies aircraft out of Corpus Christi.
They do?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
They still do.
Well, my husband, I met him there.
Really? So tell me
And
about that.
I've had to go to Texas to get one.
I had to do the same.
And
Tall enough.
I met him, and I said, "Oh, I got one tall enough for me." But he flew in the planes, and he was in the tail of it. And they went out far enough that he has overseas duty on his.
So he was a tail gunner? Was it a B-17 by chance?
I imagine it was.
Yes,
So,
ma'am. So what are your personal reflections you have from your military service during that time frame? What do you remember most?
just enjoying and meeting all the girls and everything. We had a good time.
Good.
I thought I liked it. So, but when it was over, so
Here's pictures of the airplanes and Daddy at his squadron.
mhm.
So we're gonna, as far as your DD-214, we're going to help collect that. We got your paperwork here, but I believe you said you rose to the rank of corporal in the U.S. Navy, and your service there was your active duty service. Your permanent duty station was Corpus Christi,
Yes.
working in supply. So then that's a
Yes.
vital role that's important. The mission would come to a standstill without the support of supplies. So that was important in contributing to supporting the base, which supports the war effort, and that's incredible. I'm not sure, but I think Corpus may have been a training facility for the pilots, and I think, as you mentioned, that they were flying out of there. I know they were out of Ellington during World War II,
Yes.
and it was a training site as well. So all that is something that was a huge push from the Americans at that time to support the war effort, and you were part of that. I know that your generation's called the greatest generation. What are your reflections on that?
Well, I just thought we had a job to do. We did it.
And that's so commendable because that seems to
No
be
complaints.
the what you hear from those who served during World War II is like, we had a job to do and we did it. That right there probably summarizes the thought of those who served during that time frame. So and we're all blessed to that y'all did serve. So we appreciate that.
But I don't know what, I didn't do anything that,
She's a worker. I mean, her and Daddy raised us all to be, we do it ourselves, and she was out, worked on tools, and at the machine shop, she can fix anything, so,
Wow, that's awesome.
yeah. Oh, yeah. She can repair anything, fix anything. Working on the tools and airplanes, and, yeah.
Make sure we get that.
made parts for them.
She made parts for all the airplanes, worked right alongside the guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
That's
they were-
incredible.
She
So-
doesn't think she did anything because to her, that's just her normal activity.
See,
And-
this is the girls that were in there. Just the 3 or 4 of us, I remember.
Yeah, she was one of the guys.
And making parts for aircraft
Yes,
that were supporting the war effort.
and this is our marching group, the Beach Cardettes.
Yeah, Beechcraft, working,
Yes.
making all the
Parts.
So with D-Day, they just was just remembering here recently that which a couple of days ago was the 74th anniversary. What are your thoughts about recalling D-Day when after it was announced that it happened? From living during the moment. What do you recall?
Well, it was just another day to us. Because we were not right down with the fighting and all that. So,
Well, it's definitely a day that we'll always remember and honor those who served not only in the D-Day campaign, but all those who served and supported that, because there isn't a campaign that goes off that is instrumental without a lot of planning, logistics, support, months or sometimes a year ahead of time as far as working towards that. So you were part of that, and we want to say thank you for your service.
thank you. I was glad I was there.
Well, we're glad that you were too. Yeah. Is there anything?
I just can't believe you're not telling all your stories about you being in the Navy like you tell us.
Now, you-
Tell us, is there something we need to know?
Like she tells all kinds of stories, her and the girls, and doing things and
Oh,
Share
getting in
those. That's
trouble and
fine.
climbing fences and
Please
yeah.
do. Please share.
Oh yeah.
oh. Oh, we had all of our animals.
Stuffed
And-
animals.
We had animals.
There's a picture in here too. You can, yeah. There's
Yeah.
pictures of y'all with all
We
your
all
stuffed
had our
animals.
animals, and we'd line them up. When we'd take our pictures, we'd all have all of our animals.
Stuffed animals?
Stuffed animals.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, there's pictures of Mama in her two-piece bikini.
Oh.
Her and Daddy fishing. She loves to fish.
Oh.
Yeah, we went to Corpus and fishing.
Here's their wedding pictures.
So what? So tell me about some of the maybe off-duty time with your friends there.
Off duty?
You're talking
Yeah,
about
things
some
that
of
you
your
did, yeah.
friends that you
Like
made.
you said, you and
while you were
Daddy
there?
used to go out. They'd let y'all out the gate, and y'all would go to the clubs and
Oh, yes. Oh,
go
yes.
dancing.
And
Tell some of
I
those
did not
stories.
drink.
She still
And
doesn't.
one night, the last time I got so mad, they were supposed to call a cab. to take us to the bus station, and it didn't come. And we missed the bus to the base.
Ooh.
And it was the next morning. We were sitting.
Astros baseball games.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, tell me about
Oh,
that.
yes.
So you like the Astros?
Oh,
She
yes.
is an Astros fan and a Rockets fan.
Rockets and
Astros.
Which one is the best? The Astros?
Oh,
You love
Astros.
the Astros. Astros.
oh
And
yes.
she got to see him win the World Series. That made her day.
I was cheering so loud at the house whenever
Oh,
as
yes.
going through. There was a lot of,
Oh, now that was something to celebrate. Ooh.
But she goes to the Maxwell Center well, they're not.
Well, we appreciate your service, and obviously, it is because of Americans like you that have served our country that we were able to win the war effort, and obviously, how many children?
5
5 children.
5 girls.
5 girls, all girls too. Where
In 7 years.
so that's incredible also. But the fact that your legacy in essence will continue on, and that is that's important. And now for us to record this and be able to place this in the Library of Congress is also very important. So I want to say thank you for your selfless sacrifice to our country. And
Well,
She doesn't think she did anything.
no.
Well,
was
you worked
just-
on parts
just-
for planes that
Yeah,
kept them in
that-
the air.
To her, it was just her job.
Yep.
So,
thank you, ma'am.
Well, thank you.
I really do appreciate it. Thank you for
Well,
your
thank you.
service.